American Red Cross Circle of Hope, presented by MUSC.
Right now, you are looking at photos of Jeremiah Kendricks. He was not just a quiet and studious young man. He was a passionate athlete who participated in basketball and football at the Goose Creek Recreational Center. Jeremiah tragically succumbed to sickle cell disease July of 2010 after being one of the first 2 people in the Lowcountry to undergo a bone marrow transplant. Despite a hopeful 2-week remission, Jeremiah faced a heartbreaking battle with a fatal infection, and he passed away. Joining us in the studio is Jeremiah's mother, Dr. Zacavia Kendricks, and she will tell us more about why it is so important that there is awareness of sickle cell disease and what we can do as a community to make sure that blood is on the shelf when sickle cell patients need it. Thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Kendricks.
Thank you for having me. I am so excited to talk to the audience about sickle cell disease in our community. We need to have awareness. We need to bring attention to this debilitating disease because so many people are being treated for other things and not necessarily sickle cell disease, but that is what they have. And so having people to understand, getting tested, that's why it's so important to come out on Saturday. You can get trait testing to find out exactly if this is what you are carrying. And there are so many different pathways. It's SS, SC, different types of sickle cell disease that many people just don't understand.
Let's talk about the fact that your son passed away in 2010 of sickle cell disease, and you actually have a long family history with this disease.
Yes, so I have SC, my son had SS. SS is the full disease. SC affects different parts of your body. SS affects the entire body.
Let's talk about Jeremiah. Can you describe your son to us?
Oh my goodness, my son was amazing. He was a very quiet, gentle giant. He loved education. That's all he saw his mom do was go to school. And so it was, even while he was in the hospital, he wanted to make sure that he got his education. So his teachers came to MUSC and provided that through the bone marrow transplant, through the chemotherapy that he had to have. He wanted to do his work, he'd do his schoolwork, and it was so important to him. And playing sports, he loved to read, and he would interact with me. He was very quiet. He didn't talk to too many people unless you talk with him.
And that one of the things that you're talking about is the life of a caregiver, which we know is so incredibly important. It was also very difficult on you. You had to navigate a lot of things as a caregiver. How can people support caregivers of someone who is taking care of a sickle cell disease patient?
So one of the things the foundation is trying to do is to provide a support group, and from a person who understands the journey. Many people don't understand the journey. They understand that this person is ill and that's it, but they don't understand that your caregiver have to take off work. There is no additional funding for them. They don't get like Social Security benefits because in my situation, I was told that Jeremiah wasn't sick enough and he's not here.
That's amazing. One of the most important thing about a community being able to come to your aid is to make sure that there is blood on the shelf. That's why what's happening Saturday, February 1st is so important. Tell us more about how the community can get involved.
Yes, February 1st, we are having a sickle cell blood drive in the North Charleston area at Life Center Cathedral. Bishop Brian David Moore, he is the pastor there, and Jeremiah was actually baptized there. And he will be 25 on February 1st. And that's why we have marked that specific day for the community to come out. We have Pfizer is one of our sponsors that will educate the community about the importance of giving blood. And then we have the American Red Cross. Visa Jameson has been my partner from the inception of this, and she is absolutely wonderful, and she supports us on this. And so we have dealers that will give out gifts for individuals who donate blood and get trait testing. So it's like HIV, but with sickle cell, know your status.
Know your status. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Zacavia Kendricks. We appreciate you sharing Jeremiah's story and your story as well, and how we as a community can support you, can support the families of patients who have sickle cell disease. Again, this blood drive is happening Saturday, February 1st. It is going to be at the location again. What is the location again?
It is the Life Center Cathedral. It's off Cross County Road, Bishop Brian David Moore. If you can come on out, we would greatly appreciate you.
All right, thank you so much. We want you to stay right here with us. There is more of News 2 at 4 after a quick break. We are telling you more about the wildfires that are happening in California and how 2 states are now working to contain these fires. Stay with us.